Hello, hello. My name is Mike Chin, otherwise known as Chin Chinny, and we are in the semi-finals, and the first one is done, and I am with the winner, Scott Rainy Lamb, representing Mark Selby. Scott, you must be over the moon with that result.
I am, mate. I can't believe I thought I was gone.
Yeah, it was so close. So we're gonna just very briefly go through it frame by frame. You lost the first frame. Any sort of mistakes or regrets on the first frame?
I was thrown a little bit because I thought it was going to be quite an attacking one, and he threw me by the type of safeties he was playing, and then I just left that sitter over the middle.
Yeah.
Probably the worst shot I've played in about 3 or 4 months.
If I was in the room
Go
with
on,
you at that moment, Scott, what would I have heard? Some expletives?
my yeah, definitely. My
Yes.
controller almost had it, and then I suddenly realised it's the only controller I had. So
Yeah, that would be bad if you smashed that controller.
mm,
But you managed to pull it back on the second frame. Pretty quick second frame. You knocked in a decent break just to get back in it. That must have been nice, just to kind of feel like you got it
yeah,
back.
it was a bit of a struggle though, that one. My position was awful
Yeah,
all match, so I was
yeah,
quite relieved to get that one over in one visit. But again, 3 tons in 3 matches I miss now. It was weird because I wasn't as nervous for this match right up until an hour before we played,
hmm
and then because I was just sat around doing nothing rather than keeping busy, and then the nerves hit me a bit.
yeah,
And I wasn't missing the power bar badly, but I was under hitting the power bar, which doesn't throw it off too much. So
yes. And then Lee managed to steal the third frame. Another quick frame, if I remember right. He just kind of
yep.
got on with it and got it done. So it was 2-1. So you're 2-1 down at the moment here, Scott. So like you've got everything to fight for. How did you approach? Fourth frame, you're 2-1 down. How was you feeling? Was you feeling quietly confident? Was you nervous? Did you think you just ruined it?
No, I was all over the place, mate.
Yeah.
Again, I knew we both weren't on great form, but still capable of a one frame visit. So I knew one mistake and Harborne would have me. But
It didn't quite happen, but on the fifth frame, I mean, it was so close. I mean, at one point, Scott, I thought it was over because Lee,
yeah,
who was repping Mark Williams, he was just in. He had all the balls to play for, and then made a great. So he potted a great black into the middle, screwed it back perfectly for the red. And I've spoke to him since, and from speaking to him, he actually played the yellow, thinking that it was the yellow, and then he was playing for the green, and he forgot that it was a colour ball, and he missed it, and he left it over the pocket. How did you feel in that moment, Scott?
oh, so relieved. I thought exactly the same. I was surprised he took the black instead of the yellow on the shot before
Yeah,
that. But yeah, I was so relieved then because the yellow was pretty straightforward. Green to brown was a tricky one. I was a bit worried about that.
yeah.
I had to stop and have a little think, but I was more pleased with the little nudge on the pink as well to bring that one out because I knew I needed the pink as well. So
And a cracking pot on the pink for the
mm.
match, Yeah. Well, congratulations. You are through to the
Cheers, Mike.
final, Scott. How are you going to go into the final? Are you just going to try and wipe the slate clean, not think about it too much, or are you preparing, practicing?
Yeah, well, I'm going to keep my usual routine, not practice too much.
hmm
It's worked so far, even though my form's not up there. See how we go. I think Ben is a lot, a lot more safety minded than some of the other players, so it
Yeah.
might be just bide my time and wait a bit more than usual. But we'll see.
All right. Well, all the best for the final, Scott, and I can't wait to see it.